Hey everyone, it's Nicole Cherise. Hi. So I'm back. It's Tuesday, February 2nd. Happy February to all. I hope everybody's doing well. And if you're up north or on the East Coast, I hope y'all are safe in this snow. Honey, I love to look at the snow. I think it's beautiful. But I ain't driving in it. And it's annoying. And to be completely a buck with y'all, it's been hurting me so bad. Seriously. Like, I'm able to laugh and smile right now, but, ooh, child, this morning I was crying, okay? Crying, all right? Because with battling MS, the temperatures affect my body. So if it's really cold temps, or if like the humidity is high or it's really hot, it affects me, So there's some MSers that are, temperature sensitive, and I happen to be one of them. But God is good, God is good, and we are still going, we still flourishing. And, I'm sitting here, I'm kicking back, looking at a little Beyonce on the back screen and whatnot, or whatever, and little man. He's like in his room playing a little bit. So I just said, let me get here real quick while I had a moment. Okay. Anyway, so y'all know why I'm here. We're going to talk about the last two couples to get married on MAFS season 12, particularly Chris and Paige, the infamous Chris and Paige. First of all, I felt Paige looked amazing, was stunning. I loved her dress. I thought she looked amazing. I thought Chris looked very nice too. But I'm going to just get right into it. So all over the internet, Chris is getting flack for a lot of reasons. Let me stop. But few reasons in particular. One, about his constant infatuation of wanting his wife to be attractive, wanting his wife to be pretty, and hopefully she's not ugly and things like that. So a lot of people feel that was being shallow and stuff like that. I feel that Chris's deliverance about a lot of it was completely out of control. How he talks, how he communicates is very out of control. A lot of questions he asked, in like their first, like kind of like, private discussions was about a lot of sex, so he's really, big into sex, clearly. And nothing's wrong with that. But when you're trying to get to know someone, I'm not sure if that would make them comfortable in the beginning. But he claims that he's just really blunt and just honest, so like that's him. And I feel that she definitely felt uncomfortable with certain questions, but she was a trooper and definitely answered. Chris is getting flack also because, of him saying how she's not a trophy wife, and how he said that, she's pretty much beautiful in her own way. The bottom line is this: he has a type, like many people do. Many people have types. Many people want to go after, whether they want them to be tall, they want them to be thin, they want to be curvy, voluptuous, they want them to be light skinned, they want them to be dark skinned, they want them to fall somewhere in between. People have their preferences. And based off, the ex-fiance and the proposal video that's floating around the internet, Paige looks completely different from the ex, which we also know is the baby mama. Ooh, Chris. So, to play devil's advocate, I will say this. I do feel that we got to keep it, across the board the same way. Nobody necessarily hated Karen last season because, let's just be honest, Miles wasn't the type of guy she would normally go for. She wasn't really turned on by the sensitive side that he projected out. She wasn't feeling that. We all agreed. Karen was not liking Miles. However, when Miles put his foot down and showed a little aggressiveness, okay, which not really aggressiveness, but like, let's just say more of assertiveness. Let's say that. Aggressive, I don't really like to use that word, truthfully. So just kind of like scratch that. But assertiveness to her, then all of a sudden she was turned on. All of a sudden, your girl was turned on and she was loving every minute of it. And she said, oh no, we got work. We gonna have to work on this. So my thing is, with Paige, she's not his type. That's not who he would normally go for. That's not who he aims for. Like, that's just not it. Does that mean Paige is an ugly woman? No, because I personally think that Paige is attractive, in my opinion. And she brings everything to the table, which he did say. He said on paper, she's the woman I need to be with. Because this is a man who claims he's so successful, even though there's a little that's out, for the jury to decide. But he claims he's very successful, right? Paige is the epitome of that. You feel me? Like, she really has done all the work she needed to do to get to where she is today. Okay? Like, she's straight inspiration. Facts. Okay? So, Chris, like I said, he's in his way. He's in his feelings. And he's just, to me, being a little obnoxious. I'm trying to say at the end of the day. But we all know how this is unfortunately going to, play out. I do not see them to stay together. If they do, 6 months, they're going to divorce. Because at the end of the day, you got a whole baby on the way, and it's not Paige's baby. Okay? It's not going to be her baby. It's going to be this ex-person who you just broke up with 3 months before this wedding. Okay? That's who baby is. That's the woman who's pregnant. And I think on the clip, I don't know if anybody else peeped it, but I think he got a phone call. And Shorty is saying something about you and that B. Ooh, child. Child. I said, that ain't good. And all I could do is just feel bad for poor Paige, because she really went into this, with the thought that they were going to be truly aligned and that God is aligning her with her husband. And she's been working hard for this. She's been looking forward to this day. And then it's like, this is what you get. Like, I try my best not to be angry at the experts. I try to keep an open mind and knowing that this is still a reality TV show. This is still an experiment. So with experiments, as you know, there's going to be situations that you're going to sit back and look like, that ain't really make no sense, right? So, and unfortunately, I feel that that's the case here. But yeah, like, it's gonna really take everything for, I feel, Paige to accept and try to move on with the situation and cards that she's dealt with this experiment. Once again, I'm sorry again for forgetting the gentleman's name in the next couple, but I know that the girl's name is Haley. And they got married. I thought their wedding was pretty nice. I know that she has more of an extrovert, like bubbly personality, likes to have fun and stuff like that. Whereas, he's quote unquote a nerd, supposedly. Him and his friends, that's how they describe him. But he did have like a little sense of humor where he did make her laugh. He did express like his house, which I still think is pretty cool. Like, he has like a man-made beach in his backyard. Like, that's cool. Like, you have a pool, a man-made beach. You have, he's built a sauna. He has a whole gym, a gym entertainment system at his home. And because of that, he's a hermit pretty much. He doesn't have to really leave. He's content with being home. Whereas this young lady wants to travel. Like, he hasn't even I think he said, what did he say? I think he was like, oh, I just got my passport last year. I was cracking up with that. But I think that was, I thought that was pretty interesting, because she's definitely an explorer, Haley. And we're going to see. Because a lot of people were saying that they might count them out too, because of the fact that, Haley and, like I said, I'm so sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I wish I was on live so somebody can correct me. But a lot of people feel that Haley and her husband, they didn't have like a lot of body language showing. They were very like kind of distancy a little bit. Like maybe it's not going okay, or maybe it didn't go okay. But you know what? If depending on when those photos were taken, if those photos were taken like early on, you know, I'm trying to say in the season, early on, in the relationship, you know, they might not have had that intimacy connection yet that, you know, they would feel the need to be all lovey-dovey. I mean, shit, right now, right now, who is it? Virginia and Eric. Like, Virginia is all over Eric. Obviously, we know that's because she, you know, was definitely throwing it back a lot. But she's very, very touchy-feely. And even though there were times I thought he felt a little uncomfortable, he didn't say that, though. You know, he was actually loving the attention. Like, he's really infatuated with his wife. So we can't really just, you know, automatically judge and say, oh, yeah, they were definitely, like, not into each other, whatever the case is. I think that they do have a lot of discovering to do amongst each other to see why exactly they were matched together. And there is a 10-year difference. So she might really be, you know, Haley, her and Virginia are kind of on the same wavelength with this somewhat, is that they kind of do have to try to meet their husbands. You know, like there has to be some kind of middle ground there. So we'll see. So either way, though, I have to say that I did like that Haley and her husband had a pretty decent connection. I think, like I said, he was very, like, he came off like a little shy, reserved, but he definitely made little jokes and she definitely was laughing at him. You know, like there was definitely some moments too, but it wasn't horrible like we've seen in the past. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. We shall see. I think episode tomorrow is probably going to be them still chatting some more with family, most likely, but then getting ready, you know, to go for the honeymoon, which is always my favorite because I love when they go for the honeymoon and they have a good time. But I'm thinking this is also when a lot of the drama unravels, because I'm trying to figure out what other time would all the couples be in like those little small vans, which is the vans that they use usually on the islands. So I'm not sure, but some things definitely goes down between Eric and Chris. So we're going to see. But either way, honey, we here for it. I know a lot of people are starting to feel like, no, I'm not even trying to watch this season. Like, is it too much? But, you know, I'm a person that like to study people. And I like to think outside the box also. You know, there's a lot of people who experience arranged marriages. Like, this is nothing new, so to speak. A lot of parents that are wealthy set their daughters up with other parents that are wealthy with their sons. Like, it happens. It's nothing new. And they have to go through these stages too. They meet for the first time at the wedding, the ceremony. They do go on their trip, their honeymoon. Hopefully the thought is that they can become fruitful also. I think probably with my generation and the ones behind me are a little tad different with rushing to get pregnant and stuff, but they still have to just, you know, go through that same motion of meeting someone for the first time, having the arranged marriage, learning that love will come, you know, and to marry for the success of the families. I want to know what's y'all thoughts about that. You know, like, there's been also famous people who have said, like, you know, yeah, the first time I got married, I married for love. The second time, no. I just want to know, what is y'all thoughts on that? Because do you feel, because we know that marriage is a covenant, marriage is a contract, a legally binding contract between two individuals who love each other, or who we feel love each other or will love each other, right? And many still look at it as obviously a business. You know, I'm trying to say decision also. That's why we have prenups, and that's why we have post nuptials, you know, post nups. And, you know, I feel like it's all about the mindset. Me personally, I don't have a prenup, and I feel like it wasn't necessary. I also feel that in my heart and by my faith that my husband and I, we will be together till the wheel falls off. And then some, you know, like, it's going on 21 years. I've known him, been with him. All right. And I just, can't see life no other way. You know what I mean? It's literally the vows we took and promised each other is what we going to do and continue. Now, with other couples, though, that's not always the case. Other couples, as we said, there's been arranged marriages. There's been people who've dated a shorter period of time, whatever the case may be. So I just want to know y'all thoughts. Like, do you think that you could ever do an arranged marriage? Do you think that, as they have done in the past, and how families and the elders would say to them, the love will come. Like, don't worry about it. Love will come later. That it's just what it is. Do you feel that in today's world, that can really work? Obviously, we know with this experiment that there has been couples that have made it through. They are deeply in love with each other. They have started families and all good stuff together, right? Businesses together, all of that, right? What is y'all take? I'm curious. What's your take? What's your take on that? So, all right. So I think I'm going to end there on Married at First Sight. Also, because I like these competition shows too. And shows that makes me think about, the dynamics of couples and stuff. There's a show called Temptation Island. Not sure if any of you have watched before, but first of all, the show is so out of control, but I do like it. I like the concept that it's, how many? Is it 3 or is it 4 couples? I think it's 4 couples. Yes, 4 couples. Been together for whatever time frame. Some it's been 2 years, some it's been 10. Whatever, they've been together, right? They reach a point in their relationship where one is still trying to figure out which way they're going. Are you truly the one? Are we really meant to be? Things like that, right? So they go on this island, and on the island, there's 21 singles, I think, of each. Or maybe, no. It's 21 singles, I think, altogether. Or maybe it's 20. I can't recall. I'm sorry. I think it might be 20. 10 women. Yes. I think it's 10 women, 10 men. And what happens is the couples go there together on their resort. And then once they see everybody and all the different stuff, whatever, they end up being like their last time together. I think they might spend one night together. And then after that, the women go to their side of the island. The men go to their side of the island. And they're with the opposite sex, obviously. And basically making connections. And then at the end of, I want to say each week, they have a campfire. And basically during the campfire, you see what the other mate is doing. Now, obviously the cameras is a show. So they're going to want to show you the messiest stuff, potentially what they might have said. Sometimes it's over the top things that is true. The other mate was wilding out, getting flirty, getting touchy, and all of that. But then on the other hand, it might just be a comment that they might say oh yeah, my man didn't really do this. He don't believe in that like that. So I don't know. And that could be it. But they could have said some other good qualities about their man. But the cameras is on catching that, and they only showing that at the bonfire. So that gives the other mate the time to watch this footage, evaluate some things, and then they take it on to the next week and getting these connections. They have dates. They take a date with people, and different I don't know. Sometimes it's dinner. Sometimes it's an event, an excursion, whatever on the island. So that happens, and then pretty much towards the end, they start to they have to make a decision if they're leaving the island either solo, with their mate, or with a new potential person. And like I said, in that aspect, I think it's pretty cool. And we're going to see what happens. But the show is coming back. It comes on USA, but I think it comes back this month towards the end of the month. I will come back and let you all know that. And then the other show, which is Netflix, Love is Blind, season 2 is coming back as well. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I enjoy season 1 a whole lot. And I just can't wait for the next season to come. And if you have never seen Love is Blind, please tune in. It's on Netflix. It's their show. And I think Dr. Viviana had something to do with that show too. I can't recall, but I believe she has some involvement with that. And that's basically couples are meeting or like dating people, but there's like a partition between them, so they can't see them. So like there's like a couch, there's like drinks, there's like snacks and little hors d'oeuvres, whatever, and you get to just relax, mellow out, and you're talking to someone else. And I can't remember how long you're able to talk with them for, but that's how you're getting to meet them. And there was some pretty interesting pairings last season, to say the least. And we're going to just see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys can tune into that too. And I'd like to know your thoughts about it as well. And if you did tune into season 1, I want to know what your thoughts were too. Okay, I want to know how y'all felt about the couples that made it, how y'all felt about the couples that did not, that chose not to make it. Like, what's your thoughts? Because Mr. Carlton, that was on that season. I don't want to spoil enough for nobody in case y'all do decide to watch it, but he was something else. And we can talk about it. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's all for today. I will come back, and I do promise that my videos also are going to be about other things that's transpiring in life, whether it's me personally, with health and stuff, or if it's like just some stuff, like a just random topic that I would like to discuss and speak with you all about. So I love you. Thank you for the love you always show me. And if you haven't already, please click on that bell, subscribe, like, so we can stay in touch. And I will surely do the same with you. Take care. Bye.